Hey guys, before this video starts, I want to take a quick second to remind you all to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as that's the best way to help us grow. I appreciate all the support and hope you enjoy the video. Dodge. Brawlhalla's dodge is basically the most important mechanic and option in the game. Everything else is basically balanced around the fact that dodge exists, and most of the plays you make should be with yours and the opponent's dodge in mind. This guide won't really go insanely in depth on movement options and using your dodge to move. I just want to show you guys basic dodging habits and when and where you should be dodging. Before we get into the core of this video, we should take a look at the exact numbers behind a dodge. For the frame data for dodges, active frames for an air dodge is 12. This is in all 8 directions. Active frames for an aerial spot dodge is 16. Grounded spot dodge is 20 frames, and all chase dodges in every direction is 17 frames. Grounded dodges and chase dodges can both be cancelled into early attacks. All dodges start up in 2 frames. Air dodges have a cooldown of 163 seconds. Grounded dodges have a cooldown of 60 seconds. I'm going to try to separate this guide into 3 sections. Dodges after getting hit, dodges after getting a hit, and dodges to avoid attacks. Okay, let's open with dodges to avoid attacks. Dodges to avoid attacks is, in my opinion, at least for the way I play, going to be the most important kind of dodge. You obviously never want to get hit when you're playing, so timing your dodges around moves that are coming out is the best play. This will get easier as you get better, since you realize what hits are worth eating and which ones are worth using your dodge for. But the point of it is to dodge hits that you would say are unfavorable. Hits that true combo, do too much damage, make you lose too much stage control, kill you, and just general hits like that. For the most part, you try to react to these dodges. When a move comes out and will hit you, you hit dodge. Doing it early or doing it too late leads you into getting hit or getting out without punishing someone, right? It's a bit different when you have a read and dodge because you think they will attack you. I don't think it's very safe dodging because you think something will happen, because at the highest level you're able to actually react to a lot of the moves coming out and then dodge because you reacted to it. Giving up your dodge is very dangerous, and it really is your strongest tool. So try to react to moves rather than dodge because you're worried about getting hit. Dodging because you're worried about getting hit is kind of a fear thing, and it really is bad for you. I can't state it enough that you should never dodge for no reason. Dodging because you're scared or just because you feel the need to move towards them with your dodge, sorry for that, is not very smart. And like, I've seen people dodge when they're not actually being pressured at all. The opponent's applying no pressure and they will dodge just because they want to be somewhere else. It's not really smart. You really have to keep your dodge, because the better you get and the harder your opponents are to face, they'll start punishing the fact that you dodged for no reason. So it's not very smart. If you go watch a player like Sandstorm, you'll definitely see the difference of the dodges, and I'm pretty sure Sandstorm never dodges for no reason. All his dodges have so much value behind them, and that should be your goal. So yeah, many people I watch and coach waste their dodges in neutral for no reason. They're not fighting, they're not being approached, they just dodge. It's not very smart, and it can lead to you actually being approached after you've wasted your dodge. The better you get at dodging on reaction to stuff, or because something is coming at you rather than just fear, the better you'll get at using that dodge and canceling it. For example, being able to dodge something and then GC downlight because you saw it coming, like MAXSAVE or something. Okay, so dodges after getting hit. As we already know, when you get a dodge after a hit, it becomes a chase dodge. 2 of these change together, and it basically opens up a variety of options you can do after you get a hit. I personally rarely ever chase dodge on a lot of weapons, mainly because it has the same weaknesses as following up some of those do, right? Like, people can still wake up and knock you out with chase dodge and stuff like that. But if you can kind of read where your opponent's going to go, it gives you the ability to follow up using chase dodges and know what's going to happen using chase dodges, right? It has the same risk as following up would normally have. So if you're gonna look at Ghost here, I'm gonna hit him, he's gonna try to dodge to the right, and I'm gonna use chase dodges to keep up with him. Yeah, and usually you wouldn't have his dodge back, so you can kind of just carry him wherever you want. And the only reason I was able to get to that position behind him is with the chase dodges. He actually inputted a dash, but either way, it's the same goal. There's a lot of specific things that you can do, so you kind of have to experiment it on your own and with your own weapon. For example, on hammer, I know that you can side light and then chase dodge to catch a dash back or a dodge back. You chase dodge forward off the side light and you can get there. And this is just how it works. You can find it out for what your specific weapon's chase dodge follow-ups are and what works for your weapon. Dodges after getting hit usually will determine how bad your punishment will be. There's no correct dodge you can do because a dodge after a hit breaks down into 3 more categories. These categories are a complete disengage, a dodge to punish a common follow-up, and a dodge for a specific case, and we'll get more into what that means later. For the most part, unless you know something's coming or can read your opponent, right, you should try to go for a complete disengage dodge. Dodges that are complete disengage dodge, if Ghost can sidelight me here, I'll show you, is when you dodge up and then you kind of just move away, or any hit they do to you, you just kind of want to get away from them as fast as possible. The safest for that is always going to be up and away. This usually comes at the cost of your jump and dodge and jumps. Your jumps and your dodge, right? It's still punishable if Ghost will hit me here again and then just follow me and recovery me. You can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, looks like that. It's really easy. It's just what's going to be the least damage you're going to take, because as we'll see here on a dodge down, he can get another side light and into down light, and I can't really do anything about it, right? So that's really how dodging is going to work. None of the dodges you're going to do, as I'm going to dodge into him here and he's still going to get the recovery, are going to be safe. You're going to punish every single dodge if they know that you're going to do it. So with me telling him what I'm going to do, it's kind of easy for him. However, like I said, if they don't know what you're going to do, like if he sidelights me here and doesn't know I'm going to recovery away, there's really nothing for him to do. It's just a late reaction. You have to be aware and ready to follow it up. So yeah, dodging upwards and away is the most desirable disengage, right? Because as you saw there, it's what they're going to get the least punish out of. And this depends weapon to weapon. On hammer, you actually don't like being in the air above it because hammer and air does so much damage. So dodging to the side and playing horizontally is a lot better for you, right? So yeah, it changes weapons to weapon. Okay, common follow-up dodges are the dodges you usually do when you know what's going to happen next. And what I mean by that is, for example, Ghost right now is going to sidelight me and then downlight me. Oh, you gotta do it like instantly. He's going to sidelight me and then downlight me. But I know he's going to downlight me, so I dodge down and downlight him back, right? That's because I know he's going to downlight me, or I'm thinking he's going to downlight me. He's going to do it one more time. Sidelight. And I know that's coming, so I dodge down and punish it. This can go again into a bunch of different things, so if he's going to sidelight me and do another sidelight after, I'll be able to get, well, I would have been able to get the punish with the dare. He's going to go for one more time. You punish him with the dare very easily, or you can land and end light him. These are dodges you do mainly because you know what the common follow-ups for these weapons are. You know what they want to do next a lot of the time, right? It's just common habit for a sidelight into a downlight on spear. On lance, for example, after downlight, people like to do end light, even though it's not true anymore. You can actually dodge into them. I would recommend you usually don't dodge in, but you can actually dodge into that to get the punish off very easily. And yeah, so another thing people like to do is I'll spear and light you twice here. People like to spear and light, dash, spear and light. If you know they're going to go for the second spear and light, you can actually dodge into it and find your punish however you want it. Well, you kind of have to dodge rather than dash because then you get hit. Yeah, you have to dodge it like instant. But the idea is kind of there. If he wants to try to do it on me, I'll dodge it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how it works out. So another common follow-up dodge I'll show you right now is sidelight on gauntlets. So sidelight on gauntlets has a bunch of follow-ups you can do. A very common one is another sidelight, and if he knows I'm going to do another sidelight after the sidelight, he can punish me however he sees fit after the dodge, whether it's going to be go under it and recovery me, or just stare it from the side, right? So I'm going to sidelight you, sidelight again, and you can punish a second. Well, you have to dodge it, so. Wow, you have fallen in love, my friend. But yeah, that's the general idea of it. you sidelight, you know the sidelight's coming again, and you punish it. Whether it's kind of easier depending on the weapon. So that Spear Sarah he did, if he was a bit faster on, can actually connect. Hammer Sarah can connect. Spear Recovery can connect, and I'm gonna do it one more time just to get you a general idea of it. Sidelight, use the sidelight, and he can punish it by getting under me and recovering. For the most part, that's how you're going to want to look for common follow-up dodges, right? On white, if I'm gonna SC here, hammer sidelight, end light into sidelight is a common follow-up. That's actually not true on lower decks, so if I actually manage to dodge it here, he's gonna end light me and sidelight. I can't dodge that, but if you're able to dodge it, you can actually get through them and get punished off. Why did that put me on the ground? But whatever, you get the point. There's a bunch of common follow-ups in the game. A lot of people like to go for a sidelight on sword into end light, and you can dodge through the end light and punish them. Just a bunch of stuff like that. And that's generally the idea of how a common follow-up dodge punish will work. Okay, specific case dodges. And what I mean by specific case dodges is generally it's any kind of dodge, but you have a specific goal in mind, right? Maybe you wanted to get back to stage, maybe you were off, so you forced a dodge in, right? Maybe you only dodged that way because you wanted the weapon, maybe your teammate's in that direction and you needed help. It really doesn't matter what you do. It's all about why you did it, and that's what you should look for in a specific case dodge. Like if Ghost will hit me here while I'm off stage, a common dodge is upwards or in towards the stage. If he wants to sidelight, end light sidelight me again, down light end light me, I'll dodge in or trying to get back on stage, trying to fight back for the stage. Depending on what he does, I can reverse the edge guard or anything like that. Another common one is if he's going to hit me away from the weapon here. Well, away from it, so to the right. I will, hold on, I have to kill myself. If he hits me away from the weapon while I'm on white, I actually move back into him to get the weapon, right? So if he, well, now there's no weapons. So you see what you did? Alright, so if he hits me to the right, to the left here, away from the weapon, I'll dodge back in because the weapon is my goal and what I'm really interested in, right? Now, if he knows this is the case, like a lot of people do, he sidelights me here, and I go back into the weapon. He's able to punish, well, I'm able to punish someone going back for the weapon. He's different. And yeah, that's basically a specific case dodge, right? You only do it because you had something in mind, whether it's to get back to stage, to get to a weapon, maybe a teammate, or anything really. So if we're being technical here, doing a specific dodge because you wanted to get a common follow-up dodge, right, is still a specific case dodge. But these are even more specific options. Common follow-up dodges are a specific case dodge, but you're able to look at them more thoroughly. For the most part, and in almost every case, you want to avoid moving back into people while your dodge is on cooldown. And what I mean by that is whether you dodge for no reason, or whether they hit you and you dodge up and away or something and then move back into them, you really don't want that, because that can lead to taking more damage and being juggled, seeing as your dodge is on cooldown. I'll show you what I mean by that right here. I'm going to dodge in the air, and then I'm just going to straight up move into him, and he's going to end light me because I won't actually be able to do anything, right? You can't really land, you can't really do anything about it except disengage again, which is for the most part going to be the smartest thing you do. Right now I'm gonna do it really fast. He's going to stomp dare me, and I'm going to dodge and then move back into him, and he's just going to follow up with nairs because it's really simple. So I dodge and then I just move straight down. You can't really do this because you have no options to get away from it. It just leads to you dying, right? So after you've used your dodge, your best option is always just to move away or try to bait out an attack from a distance. That way you can try to punish it, but trying to move back into someone while you have no dodge is just not very smart. You're just going to get hit again. Lastly, I want to look at there being no correct dodge. The reason this is the case is because every dodge of all 8 directions can actually be punished. While up and away is the safest, as I've stated, even it can be punished if you're able to get the chase off, as I'll show you right here. Right? If you know they're going to go up, you can actually move into position to get a recovery most of the time, no matter what. Even if I add in some jumps here, jump up, I'll be able to move up with it and get the recovery. And this is because I know he's going to go up, and I also have a good positioning on that side light. If I hit the edge of a side light, it's still the same thing. If you know he's going to go up, you're able to get the chase off, right? Spear is a special case in general because Spear Sidelight is a good example of a weapon that can cover all the dodges, and I'll show you what I mean by that right now. So no matter what I set this bot to, if you have a Spear in specific, you will be able to punish all the dodges. This is neutral, you get double downlight for that, right? And it's that way for a lot of the moves, even the end light. So end light, a spot dodge will lead to another end light. This doesn't change even if you change what move you're using. For example, I'll set the dodge to up, right? And off the end light, now you can move forward on the down light, right? Even off the side light, you can get something like this, and as I've already showed you, you can get recovery. This carries on for every single dodge. Off left, you can actually pick this up. Sorry, you don't have to dash for that. You get that, right? Off end light, you can actually move in and get double down light if I was a bit faster. And this continues on for most of Spear's grounded moves, right? That's a left dodge. If I want to show it to dodge down, dodging down is very dangerous because it just puts you in an early bad spot in general. So this is going to be the case for a lot of Spear's dodges. Even you can even catch just the straight away dodge if you want to not mess it up like me. Yeah, it's very simple, right? You just have to be patient with it and smart with it. Spear is really good at that. And if you want to look at sword here, it's almost the same thing. Where if you know that they're going to be dodging in a specific direction, this is right off Spear side light, you can chase them down and get a punish you want. If you know they're going to be dodging in off of it, it's almost the same thing, right? And this really is the case for most of the weapons. If you have an idea of where they're going to go, you can follow it up. This is up, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do for up. Oops, but yeah, you get the dare instead, or maybe even a ground pound. And if you're peeling pants fancy, this is a nice read. So, and they still can't dodge any of it. And for the most part, that's what you're looking for, right? If you know that, you just need to know the capabilities of your weapon. Off end light, if they're gonna dodge in, you just get down light. You just need to know what they can do and what they're going to do. Even off moving up from end light, you can punish almost all of them. This is on Notori. Obviously, it changes from weapon to weapon what you're capable of, and it really does depend. So as you're moving into other weapons, you have to look at those specifics. But yeah, that's kind of what I mean by there is no correct dodge. If you have the time and the spacing, you can punish all the dodges. When jumps come paired in with them, then it becomes a bit strange and a bit harder to punish, but for the most part, you can actually find out how to punish every dodge. I hope you enjoyed the guide and learned something new about dodges. If you learned something that helped improve your play, let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.